Right lads and lassies, welcome to 12 weeks to go to London Marathon. Today's Tuesday, I'm just going to run straight into it. 45 minutes, second proper run back after a foot. It seems fine, I think it was just the tape that hand rubbed it. Anyway, 45 minutes fartlek today, so yeah, I'm just going to get ready and gan you. 3 miles in, 22 minutes on. I'm just going uphill. I can feel my calf, so I'm just going to lay off it a little bit. But it seems to be raining. It's bloody windy. It's been raining. I can't hear me because of the wind. Nice to be finished again. I'm filming in the exact same place because this town, as I've said, is tiny. 45 minutes has just gone by, and I've went around this town. I've done every single street the first time, and there was a few that I missed out. So the second time, done a lap of the town and went around all the streets that I missed, and that was just 45 minutes. I forgot it didn't really hurt it at the start, but I think it was just nerves that were around. But the rest of my body's still working, and I'm absolutely shattered, but my foot's fine. Yes! Alright, it's now Thursday. It's time for my first ever proper interval training. Since I've started this, the only interval training I've done is on the bike. So, I'm just going to set it up on this Garmin thing and then put it on my watch. Let's just see how it goes. It's meant to be, so today 10 minutes warm up, then 3 times 8 minutes on, 2 minutes off, and then 10-minute cool down in the end. I haven't had the best tea. It's been good. I can still taste it, and this was like 2 hours ago, so I don't think it's going to be the best run. It's quite fatty as well, but we'll see how I get on. So there we go, that should be it set up. 10 minutes warm up, 3 repeats, run for 8 minutes, recover for 2, and then cool down 10 minutes. Let's go! 2 laps in, 1 to go. Absolutely exhausted. It's really windy as well, like extremely windy. As you probably can't hear me. Do you know how fat you foot before you come up for a run? Cool. That's me just back in. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the definition of starting too quick, too fast. Look at this. I broke the 7-minute barrier by 0.5 of a second. A half a second. Here we go. Splits, right? First split, 10 minutes. I ran 1.08 miles in 10 minutes, but I stopped 3 minutes before the end, 2 minutes before, well, it was really 2 minutes before the end, and stretched. That was part of my warm-up, and stretched before. First 8 minutes, I ran 1.13 miles, and that must have been when I got the fastest mile. Then 2 minutes of walking. The next 8 minutes, I ran 1.05 miles, so I slowed down a little bit. And then the last 8 minutes, I ran 1.02 miles, and then 2 minutes I walked. And then the last 10 minutes, I went at a really slow pace. What was my pace? 9-minute pace. So pace-wise, for the 8 minutes, the first 8 minutes was 7:06 per mile. Then the second 8 minutes was 7:35 per mile. And then the last 8 minutes was 7:52 per mile. So it wasn't too bad. It was a lot better than I thought, but I definitely needed them cool runs in between. Jesus. That first one when I set off, I just bolted it, I just pegged it. And then that's how the pace at the 7:06 for the first one was at that speed. But I think for about maybe half a mile I went quite quick. And then it caught up on me, I'm not gonna lie. Sunday morning, first event of the year, 10k, the cross-border challenge. It's currently just gone 7:30. I'm just putting a video on to upload. Yeah, and just get out there, and it's just 10k. Like 10k doesn't really fuss me anymore, but it can't when I'll be doing 4 times that. So yeah. You ready to go?
We're going out that way to inbound square services.
Where are we actually going? So that's me just back in from Gretna. All in all, quite a successful run. In fact, I've actually taken 5 minutes off my previous best 10k. On my Garmin thing it says that my best one was 55:42, and now doing this in 50:29, so it's not too bad. The course was a bit hilly. It was a lot harder than the one we did at Glasgow Green in November for Movember, because Glasgow Green is flat. This was right next to the motorway as well, so it was quite daunting because you could keep on hearing cars going really fast, and you thought they were next to you, like coming past or whatever. But today I ran with Ross, who was my flatmate when I was at uni. He is doing all these endurance events and running and like Tough Mudder and stuff like that to raise money for MS. I told him about this event and he wanted to add it to the list, and there's a few that he was doing that I've now signed up to, so we probably be doing a few more runs together. But it was good running with someone. We sort of pushed each other, cheered each other on. We've done a pretty good pace. Like today I wanted to focus on keeping a pace, so we kept to 8 minutes, because he even said at the start, he was like, I always go off too fast at the start and then I knacker myself out, and I was like, right, we'll stick to a pace. 8 minutes was quite a fast pace for 10k. 8 minutes a mile. Yeah, we stuck to it. I think there was only 1 mile that we were over 8 minutes. I think it was like 8.5, but it was this massive hill that we had to climb. So, he's a brick. But it's weird to think how tactical running is. Like when I started this, when I started running, when I did the Great North Run, I pegged it at the start. My first 5k, even though I went to the toilet, I still did it in under, I think it was like 29 minutes or something. And then my last 5k I did in 50. So I knackered myself out. I had no tactics, I had no strategy at all. But now I can look at it and break it down. It's not bad for the end of the month. My foot is fine. It is. Hopefully that is it. Hopefully I do not get any more injuries. The shoes have helped, I'm not gonna lie. If you want to take up running, I think we're past New Year's resolutions now. And as we're at the end of the month, well, the 1st of February is a Monday, which is perfect for starting again. If you want to take up running, or if you want to take up cycling or rowing or swimming or whatever, I'd advise doing events like this, because it does push you and you always have a target. And I like running with a lot of different folk, because you always, what I do, this is what I was telling Ross, focus on the person in front, just stare at their head. You'll totally forget that you're running. And over time, you pass them. Before you get to them, you look at the next person and you try and aim for that person. I'm so competitive. Like it's a downfall, but it's okay as well. Like I was running with Ross all the way to probably just before 9k. Yeah, and there was this person in front of us that was there the whole time we ran. I was like, I'm gonna have to beat them. I'm sorry. So I took over them, and then there was this guy in front of us as well that kept on stopping, but he stopped for like 2 seconds. I was like, I'm not having someone beat me that keeps on stopping, because we never stopped at all. So I took over him, and then there was this woman coming down this hill towards the finish. I was like, I'm gonna have to take over it. Oh, I'm so competitive. It's gonna affect us one day. I'm gonna start editing this video. It's weird because it's 12 o'clock now, and I've done the run for the day. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Anyway, keep on trekking on, keep on running, keep on exercising. It's all good for us. Aye. And I'll see you next week. It's a positive this week.